the RTX 5060 Ti might be launching with just 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, you heard that right. 8 GB in 2025, when the RTX 3060 already gave us 12 GB back in 2021. What's NVIDIA thinking? Is this a next-gen powerhouse or a next-gen letdown? Let's kick things off with gaming, because that's where most of us live. VRAM is the lifeblood of your GPU when it comes to handling those gorgeous textures and massive game worlds. Take Black Myth, Wukong. I've sunk hours into this game, and at 1080p with everything cranked up, it's already slurping down 8.4 gigabytes of VRAM. That's over the limit of an 8 gigabyte card. Sure, I could dial back the settings or flip on frame generation to squeeze it down to about 7.9 gigabytes, but why should I have to compromise on a brand new card? And if you're gaming at 2K or 4K, good luck. 8 gigabytes starts to feel like a bottleneck real fast. Then there's Monster Hunter World. This game's got sprawling maps that eat VRAM for breakfast. At 2K with native rendering, it's chowing down on 11 gigabytes. 11. That's not even close to 8 gigabytes. I've played this one a ton, and let me tell you, dropping settings to make it fit feels like a downgrade, not an upgrade. And don't get me started on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Even at 1080p with ray tracing on, it's hitting 8.3 gigabytes. Push it to 2K, and you're looking at nearly 10 gigabytes, whether you're using frame generation or not. These are the games we're playing now, and they're only going to get hungrier. To me, 8 gigabytes on a 5060 Ti feels like NVIDIA's handing us a sports car with a half-empty gas tank. Now, NVIDIA might say, hey, chill out, DLSS and frame generation can save the day. And yeah, they're not wrong. Those tricks can shave off some VRAM usage. I've seen it myself with Black Myth, Wukong. But here's my beef. Why are we leaning on tech crutches for a next-gen card? Not every game supports DLSS, and I'd rather have the raw power to run things natively than cross my fingers for optimization. Plus, if you're like me and you want your rig to last a few years, 8 gigabytes is starting to look like a shaky bet. Switching gears, let's talk work. If you're into video editing or 3D rendering, VRAM is your best buddy. I edit 4K footage all the time. Think 10-bit 4K from my Lumix G85, and in Premiere Pro, it usually sits around 4 to 5 gigabytes. That's fine for basic cuts, but when I'm grading in DaVinci Resolve with heavy effects, I've seen it creep close to 8 gigabytes. One time, I layered too many nodes, and my system started choking. 8 gigabytes just didn't give me the breathing room I needed. For most 4K editing, it's doable, but it's tight. If you're jumping to 6K or beyond, you're toast without more VRAM. For 3D artists, it's a different beast. I've dabbled in Blender, and let me tell you, rendering can be brutal. I once worked on a scene where the textures alone ate up 6 gigabytes before I even hit render. During the process, it spiked way past 8 gigabytes, and if you're stuck there, your render times can balloon, sometimes 10 to 20 times slower. I've compared my old RTX 3060 with 12 gigabytes to a friend's 3070 with 8 gigabytes on a heavy project, and the 3060 smoked it, even with a slower GPU. More VRAM meant faster renders, period. For pros or hobbyists pushing boundaries, 8 gigabyte feels like a chokehold. Now let's zoom out. The RTX 3060 dropped with 12 gigabytes, and it was a revelation. Plenty of room for gaming and work. The 4060 rolled back to 8 gigabytes, and we all groaned, but we figured, okay, mid-tier card, fine. But the 5060 Ti? In 2025? Sticking with 8 gigabytes feels like NVIDIA's thumbing its nose at us. Tech's moving forward, games are bigger, workflows are heavier, and users like you and me expect a new card to reflect that. When I drop cash on a GPU, I want it to flex, not limp along. If this rumor's true, it's like NVIDIA's saying, 8 gigabytes good enough, when we all know good enough isn't what made them legends. So where do I land? Honestly, 8 gigabytes on the RTX 5060 Ti is playable for casual gamers. Your 1080p crowd or esports fans might not even notice. But for enthusiasts, pros, or anyone who wants to future-proof their setup, it's a disappointment. I think NVIDIA's underestimating us. At a price point that'll probably hover around $400, I'd expect at least 10 gigabyte. 12 gigabytes would be ideal, but 10 gigabyte would show they're listening. 8 gigabytes just screams cost-cutting, and it's hard to swallow from a company that's supposed to lead the pack. That said, these are still rumors. Maybe NVIDIA's got an ace up their sleeve. Some wild tech that makes 8 gigabytes feel like 16 gigabytes. I'm skeptical, but I'll keep an open mind. For now, I'm calling it like I see it. 8GB in 2025 is a misstep. What's your take? Would you roll with 8GB on a 5060 Ti, or are you holding out for more? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's hash it out.
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you in the next video.